The binding room was gone. In its place, a long, narrow hallway materialized. Amelia shivered, fear coiling around her like a serpent. The air hung heavy and cold, thick with the stench of damp wood and decay. Blackened portraits lined the walls, their subjects' eyes following her every move. Grotesque figures, twisted and contorted, leered from the shadows. Amelia fumbled for her notebook, its familiar weight a small comfort in the suffocating darkness. Flipping it open, she found frantic scribbles she didn't remember writing. "Beware the puppet master!" one line screamed. Another warned, "He controls the strings of this world!" Her blood ran cold. This nightmare was changing, becoming more menacing, more real. The hallway stretched before her, seemingly endless. The floorboards groaned under her tentative steps. From the ceiling, long, thin strings descended like a macabre curtain, each one humming with an unseen energy. They brushed against Amelia's skin, sending chills down her spine. This place was alive, watching, waiting. As she ventured deeper, the shadows seemed to writhe and twist, whispering taunts she couldn't quite decipher. Fear tightened its grip, threatening to consume her. But Amelia pushed forward, driven by a desperate need to escape this nightmare, to wake up. The hallway opened into a cavernous chamber. A single spotlight illuminated a stage at the far end. There, perched on a velvet throne, sat a marionette. It was tall and slender, its porcelain face frozen in a mocking grin. Its painted eyes, two glittering sapphires, seemed to pierce through Amelia, seeing into her very soul. The rest of the stage was occupied by mannequins, their lifeless eyes staring blankly into the darkness. They were dressed in elaborate costumes, their painted faces frozen in expressions of horror and despair. Amelia felt a surge of unease. These weren't just mannequins. They were puppets, trapped in this nightmare just like her. The marionette stirred, its head tilting to the side as if appraising her. Its voice, when it spoke, was high-pitched and chillingly devoid of emotion. "Welcome, Amelia," it rasped, the sound echoing through the chamber. "This is my realm, and you are my guest." Amelia's voice trembled as she spoke. "Who are you? What do you want?" The marionette chuckled, a dry, brittle sound. "I am the puppet master," it replied, "and I control everything you see." It gestured towards the mannequins with a delicate hand. "They were once lost souls, just like you. Now they dance to my tune." Panic swelled in Amelia's chest. "Let me go," she demanded, her voice shaking. "This is a nightmare." The marionette's smile widened, revealing rows of tiny, sharp teeth. "All dreams are nightmares here," it hissed, "and you are bound to me." Amelia's gaze darted around the room, searching for an escape. But every exit was blocked, sealed shut by an intricate web of the same shimmering strings that hung from the ceiling. She was trapped, a prisoner in the puppet master's twisted game. "Don't you see?" the marionette crooned, its voice deceptively soothing. "Resistance is futile. Embrace the darkness. Become one of my puppets." It extended a hand, its wooden fingers beckoning. Amelia stumbled back, revulsion twisting her gut. She would not become another one of its mindless dolls. She would not surrender to this nightmare. A spark of defiance ignited within her, pushing back against the suffocating fear. "No," she whispered, her voice gaining strength. "I won't let you control me, troll." Amelia's gaze fell upon a glint of metal near the edge of the stage. A pair of shears, forgotten and coated in dust. An idea sparked in her mind, a sliver of hope in the oppressive darkness. She lunged for the shears, ignoring the marionette's shriek of rage. With a swift, desperate motion, Amelia slashed at the strings that bound her. They dissolved into dust, their power broken. The marionette thrashed on its throne, its limbs jerking erratically. "Stop!" it screeched, its voice cracking with fury. "You cannot defy me!" Amelia ignored its threats, her heart pounding in her chest. She moved towards the stage, the shears gripped tightly in her hand. The mannequins surrounding the throne seemed to shrink back as she approached, their painted eyes wide with a strange, newfound terror. As Amelia reached the foot of the throne, the marionette went still. Its sapphire eyes, once filled with malice, now flickered with fear. With a final, decisive snip, Amelia severed the strings that tethered the marionette to its throne. It collapsed, its body crumbling into dust before her eyes. The stage lights flickered and died, plunging the chamber into darkness. For a moment there was only silence. Then a faint glow emanated from the spot where the marionette once sat. A small, charred key lay amidst the dust. As Amelia reached for it, a new door creaked open behind her, revealing another hallway equally dark and menacing. The nightmare, it seemed, was far from over.